Do you want to board crew? Pilots boarding starting.
And keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. If you are seated in an emergency exit row or a front row bulkhead seat, all of your items must be placed into an overhead locker.
Crew boarding starting.
Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please
Your
take
perfume lingers on the air, a memory I can't repair. I talk to you when no one's near, pretending you can still hear. You're the ghost of our yesterday, haunting every step I take. I see you in the morning light, in the silence of the night. Ghost of our yesterday, won't you please just fade away? But you stay, my ghost of yesterday. Your toothbrush still sits by the sink, a
Your crew has boarded.
of a link that we once had so strong.
Passengers
True.
boarding starting.
Now I'm just a ghost to you. I trace your outline on the bed where we used to rest our heads, but you're nothing but a shade of a love that couldn't stay. You're the ghost of our yesterday, haunting every step I take. I see you in the morning light, in the silence of the night. Ghost of our yesterday, won't you please just fade away? But you stay, my ghost of yesterday. I know I need to let you go, but letting go means letting slow. The pain that keeps you close to me, a twisted kind of company. You're not real, but you're not gone. A melody without a song. I'm holding on to you, stay a prisoner of my memory. You're the ghost of our yesterday. I see you, but you fade away. Every time I close my eyes, you're there in the sky. Ghost of our yesterday, why won't you just go away? I'm begging you to leave, but you're all I can believe. But nowhere to stay. Just a ghost of yesterday. We built our love in shadows deep. We're broken souls and dreamers sleep. No sun could reach our hiding place. Just moonbeams on We faded into dust. No one knew our names. No one felt our pain. Where the light forgot us, our love turned into rust. We were stars that lost their flame in the sky that never came. Your hand in mine was cold as stone, but I never felt so not alone. We were orphans of the sun, two broken hearts on the run. We painted pictures with the dark, left our fingerprints and marks, but morning never found our door. We were shadows on the floor, in the place where the light forgot us. We faded into dust. No one knew our names. No one felt our pain. Where the light forgot us, our love turned into rust. We were stars that lost their flame in the sky that never came. If the sun would ever find the corners of this broken mind, would it burn away the ache or just make more mistakes? We were never meant for bright. We were born to love the night. Now the darkness is our home, and we'll never darkness moves where the light forgot us. Still here in the dark, forgotten, but together where the light forgot us. The clock still ticks, but time is dead. Every word you left unsaid hangs like smoke in empty air, a ghost that follows everywhere. I used to hate the noisy crowd. Now I pray for any sound, 'cause this quiet cuts so deep, louder than the words we keep. It's the silence after you that breaks me into. No footsteps on the floor, no knocking at the door, just the echo of a love after you. Like golden rings, said forever meant everything, but forever slipped between my hands like castles made of sinking sand. I held on tight with all my might, but you were already out of sight. Every vow you swore to keep dissolved like teardrops in my sleep. You faded like a promise, broken by the dawn. A whisper I keep chasing, but you're already gone. Fading like a promise, I was too blind to see that some words are made of smoke, and some love was never me. Replay that final night, the flicker in your tired eyes. You said maybe, but I knew maybe meant your
Test. 1, 2. Good, lovely morning, everybody. Happy Friday to everybody. Welcome back to another Captain I-Fly9 stream. Hope you guys are doing well as my microphone boom arm is falling apart here. Cargo pilots of the house, good, lovely morning to you, sir. Well, good afternoon at this point because it is it's afternoon, after 12 p.m. over there. Delta, I don't know your call sign, but good morning. Oh, good morning, Cargo. Good morning. Hope you're doing well, bud. Hope you got some good rest after last night's little convoy that we had. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun last night. Andrew in the house. Okay. Andrew.
Cheer 10. Andrew Badar Ford cheered 10 bits.
Oh, Andrew coming in with the 10 bits. Thanks so much for the cheers. Puss in Boots is in the house. My great, amazing, warm-hearted, amazing friend. Hello, good morning to you, sir. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you. Checking in from one Charlie. Ooh, right next to Cargo Pilot. Okay, all right. We are going crazy this morning. Hello, everybody. Good, lovely morning to you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. GG, puss. GG. Good morning, Andrew. Well, good afternoon, Andrew, should I say. Hope you guys are doing well. 19's in the house. Good, lovely morning to you, sir. Good morning. Welcome back to Captain I-Fly Sim stream. Hope you guys are having a great Friday. It is 11 a.m. here, and we are going to get started here in just a few moments. Touch base of what happened last night. I really, truly appreciate to everybody that came out last night and joined us in stream. And those of you that weren't able to join last night, it's completely okay. VOD's up if you want to go watch our craziness that happened last night. But needless to say, we are back. We are here in the flight sim this morning, and we are going to get on our way up to Montreal. We're going to fly up to Canada this morning. I don't know why I chose this. I just randomly wanted to fly the 320 this morning. So I said, let's go to Montreal. And what better way to do it than from the Orbix Atlantis Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, the lovely rendered airport or rendition of their airport that I have this morning with the lovely A320 tail number ship 367 November Whiskey, a old Northwest 320 aircraft. I'm getting on ATS to see how the game runs. Pet, cool. Puss moving to 12 Alpha. Nice. All right. He's going to rock Delta, or he's going to rock Delta Comfort this morning. Andrew's joining us from 1 Delta. Okay. All right. You're on a US server, right? I don't see you. No, I'm on VATSIM this morning. We are running VATSIM. I can jump on the server if you want. That way you can see me, but I turned off multiplayer so since I'm rocking VATSIM this morning. But needless to say, yeah. Cargo, we are gonna, just for heads up for ATS, we are gonna disconnect the traffic mod. So if you're running mods like the ones that we have in our convoy, go ahead and disconnect or turn off the traffic injector mod or the AI traffic mod and run ATS without the traffic injector mod and let me know how it runs. Okay, so you were watching Discord this morning. Cool. Awesome. But yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. For those of you that don't know, it has been a minute since we've been here live on a multi-stream. Yes, you heard it right. We are multi-streaming this morning. We are rocking YouTube as well. YouTube.com/CaptainIFlySim9. That will take you straight to the link over on YouTube. So we are live. We are rocking it. I'm going to do a quick test to make sure my chat is working over on YouTube. Cool. I don't have to have the pop out to be able to see the chat. I'll see it here. And should have told me I would have jumped on to, well, you on what? On ATS or on VATSIM? We are on VATSIM. Everything's on VATSIM this morning. But yeah, if you haven't yet, go check out the YouTube channel. Go say hello over on the YouTube. Give a nice little like. And if you're not a part of the YouTube, hit subscribe. That way you can get our notifications over on the YouTube side. We are going to continue. We're going to test out these multi-stream and see how it goes. Cargo Pilot joining over on the YouTube channel. Hello. Good morning. Why am I all of a sudden getting lag? Come on. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we are live YouTube to this morning. We are live on Twitch. We're rocking multi-stream this morning. Let's see how things go, and let's get on our way here. Let's get the iPad going here. Don't know why it was super full screen. But yeah, here's our route. Boston Center just jumped on, so we're gonna have some ATC when we get up to the northeast this morning. Let's see. We're gonna be departing out of here on 2-6 left on this Smoky 2 departure. Bob transition. No ATC out of Atlanta as of right now, which is perfectly okay. We're going to be planning for runway 24 right in Montreal from the Impact 4 arrival, RNAV arrival, from the ART transition ILS 24 right final. And let's see here. Why is this not recording my telemetry? There it goes. All right, cool. So we are over here parked at the E-Terminal, E-Concourse here at Ramp 6 North. Planning to taxi out here to Dixie or to Delta, I think. I don't know if they've changed it yet. It used to be Dixie over here. Adrian coming in over on YouTube. Hello, good morning. We're going to taxi Dixie, Golf, Echo, down to 2-6 left. We're going to taxi via the Delta hangar there on the right-hand side. So love, super easy taxi out of here, out of 6 North. Planning for a top altitude of 10,000 this morning off the 2-6 left, climbing heading 275 to intercept course 299 to impasse, which it is called RNAV to impasse for a reason. As you can see, 299 RNAV to impasse. Then we're going to take impasse to Zealand at 250 knots. Zealand all the way up to Smoky to Hutchin, and to Bob. So that is our route this morning. Planning at 1 hour 59 minutes. Doing some total battle game in the background, bro. So we'll have you on my second monitor. Sounds good, puss? Sounds good, my friend. Sounds good. Enjoy total battle. Have fun. We'll be here. Cruising altitude this morning, 37,000 feet. Some bumps on the way out of here, out of Atlanta. Other than that, we're anticipating relatively smooth flight all the way up to Montreal. As we get into the Montreal area, though, we'll have some bumps coming down on the arrival into Montreal. But other than that, not too bad of a flight this morning. Not too bad. Boston and New York Center are on, so we'll plan to talk to them when we get up to the northeast. And yeah, just under 2 hours, 1 hour 59 minutes this morning. We'll try to make up a little bit of that time. Planning for a 45-minute after the hour, so 45 after, so 11:45 this morning is our departure time. Let's see where GSX is at with the boarding. I think they were almost done. Yeah. They look like they're done loading up the aircraft here. I'm jumping on VATSIM. Sounds good, 19. We are at Echo 14 this morning. Echo 14. So we're over at 6 North up here in Atlanta. So you can park at, let's see here. You can park at that one place if I can get my numbers out. You can park at Echo 27 or you can park at Echo 16. We're right up here at the 6 North ramp, right by the Delta hangar. So, anyways, that being said, let's get on over to the live scene and get some stuff going here. Here she is, the lovely A320, as they're boarding us up here. We'll be planning for that. We'll do our announcements here in just a few minutes. Let's get the flight deck set up. All right, so we've got a lot to set up here, so let's get going. We don't want to waste too much time here, since we've got a 45-minute after the hour time to meet, which is about 30 minutes from now. This is showing estimated time en route 2 hours 9 minutes, but my paperwork is showing 1 hour 59 minutes. So we're trying to make up those 9 minutes on the departure out of here. When do you go back to work? Andrew, not 100% sure. since I'm still out of work for my work injury. I'm having surgery sometime between the end of this month and next month, so it's up in the air right now when I'm going back to work. All right, we're Delta 2597 this morning. Cost index is 33. We'll walk 33 for now, but we probably will bump that up. We're rocking 37,000 feet out of here. We're going to be rocking out of 2.6 left. 2.6 left this morning on the Smoky 3. Smoky 3 Bob transition, insert that. Montreal, we're planning for a 2-4 right on the Impact 4 arrival. No transition on the Via. And Arch, that works. Insert that. Cool. Cool. All right, let's go over here and check our ground services. All of the stuff. This should be already loaded. Don't know why it wasn't. We're going to submit that. Cool. Let's make sure that's synced over. That synced over. 25,000 pounds of fuel this morning. We're rocking a little heavy of fuel, but that's because we want to have a little bit extra fuel. Anti-ice is going to be off. Packs are going to be on. We are planning for flaps to Toga this morning. Let's see what flaps 1 gives us. 48.49. Let's go flaps 1. Yeah, I like that. We'll send that to the McDo. Cool. Gosh, I did my key bindings this morning. But yeah, we are not 100% sure right now when we go back to work, just because of the work injuries. So we will plan around that with streaming and stuff. We'll plan around that as we get going. 3015 here. All right, cool. Let's get fuel pumps on the outer tanks on. Let's get the seatbelt sign on. Let's get the master switch on the APU on. And let's go ahead and start the APU. 19, I'll give you a little bit of time, as that way you're getting set up and stuff, so I'm not going to rush out of here. We've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. All right, so 3373 in the box. So let's... Three seven three. I left the railroad signal plus ATS mod in the game is running better, but it's very empty. It's very empty without the mod, without the traffic mod. The signal flow plus doesn't add anything about traffic. Yeah, the traffic injector mod is the one that is causing issues. All right, let's get our CTAF frequency here. You may have to turn up your traffic injector from within the sim. I think it's 19.1, but I'm yep, 19.1. There's a way to turn up the traffic injecting within the sim. I think it's in like gameplay or something like that. All right, APU is running. Let's wait a few minutes here to get the APU bleed on. There is the lovely, beautiful 367 ship number Airbus 320. Oh man, she looks sexy this morning. She looks absolutely sexy. Got that screenshot right there. All right, let's go ahead and do our pre-flight start checklist here so we can get that out of the way. Cockpit preparation checklist, maintenance log and tail number. So we've got the maintenance log on board, and tail number 367 and tail number 367 is on board and checked. Gear pins and covers have been removed. Seatbelt sign is on. ADRs are nav, and we know that because they are naving on the systems, on the displays. We'll adjust our standby instruments. Fuel required. So, block fuel is 25.660, which we've got 25.660. We need a minimum takeoff fuel of 20.7, and our trip fuel is going to be 12.2, so minimum is 20.7, and we're estimated to take off with 25.1. So we've got plenty of fuel on board required and on board set. Altimeters are 3015 cross-checked. EFBs are checked, both on, and cockpit preparation checklist is completed. We are just rocking here and waiting for our time to push back here. Let's go ahead and get our Pegasus going so we can get our VA going this morning. Looking for the sim. That means my FSUI PC is not running. There we go. Now it's registering it. All right, cool. Start the flight. Do a quick walk on aboard here from the flight deck. Folks, good morning from the flight deck. Walk aboard Delta Flight 2597. Stop service over to Montreal. On behalf of your captain, your first officer, and our 4 wonderful flight attendants at the back, we extend our welcome aboard. Flight type this morning, 1 hour 59 minutes, cruising altitude 37,000 feet. Anticipating a relatively smooth flight. Going to get that seatbelt sign off as soon as we possibly can to give you guys that smooth flight this morning. Right now, current conditions on the ground in Montreal, some gusty winds from the west. Good visibility, some few clouds around the area. Temperature right around 28 degrees Celsius area, right around 82 degrees Fahrenheit. But it's primarily for your safety. We do ask you to please pay attention to their safety briefings as they give that safety briefing and do their final walkthroughs and stuff. We do ask you to give their full attention. But thank you for choosing to come along with us this morning on Delta's Airlines. We'll have you on the way here, just finishing up the last minute paperwork, and we'll be on our way here shortly. Thanks for choosing us. Welcome aboard. Alrighty, that is done. You get pushed back now. You ready to go? Everybody's on board, so we can push whenever you're ready. I don't even know where you're at, FYI. Alright, some company messages here. Well, if he's ready for push... we will be ready for push here in just a second then. Right. Transponder is doing transponder things. We can get rid of the paperwork and get rid of those. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our door closed here. Actually, we'll just let GSX do it. Prepare for push. Be 20 minutes early pushback. Let's go. I don't know why my back door is open.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Move checks and cones. Doors closed, and they're going to arm the doors here in just a second. We can close the flight deck door.
Completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Doors are armed. I got the slide indicator. And we can go cabins ready for pushback. You guys ready for push? Alright, cool. See you. Door is ready for push. Or cabin's ready for pushback.
Locking gear. Release parking brakes, please.
Brakes release, here we go.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Let me turn off announcements from here because we don't need them. Alright, charting number 1, here we go. Yes, that's me over at the E-gates. I forgot to do my force start checklist. Alright, windows doors closed and armed. Beacon light is on. Engine start switches are idle. Transponder is set to TARAN auto. And parking brake is off. Before start checklist complete. Alright, that's one engine good started. Here we go, start number 2. Brake set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Hey, you're good to disconnect.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
We forgot to start the time. Andrew's been following for 10 months, 27 days, 10 hours. But one says 10 months, 25 days, 10 hours, and 35 minutes. Jesus. One of them's broken.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
This has been following for 2 years, 9 months, 13 days, and 8 hours, and 37 minutes. Andrew, check your pants, sir. Bathrooms are closed. You gotta hold it until you get airborne. Alright, let's 2 good engines there. Let's go flaps to 2. Right, flaps to... Alrighty, let's get our trim value here up 0.2. Max auto brakes here. Let's go full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. That's neutral. Let's do rudder. If I can figure out how to get my rudders over here. Alright. Full left. Full right. That is neutral. Checked. Alrighty, let's get the predictive wind shear here on. Let's go max on the gain there. That is all set. TARA is set there. Let's get APU bleed off. APU can come off. 10,000 set in the box. And we are ready for taxi. So looking at our ramp here, we're going to come out to Dixie. And bolt short of 6 north. Alright, brakes off. Taxi light on. Is there an after start checklist or is it taxi checklist? After start checklist here, anti-ice is off. Yellow electrical pump is off. We don't need it since we have both engines started. Rudder trim is 0. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist here. Let's go ahead and do our taxi since we're going to be taxiing here. Gross weight is good. Looking at all our numbers, everything looks good there. Pitch trim is set to 0.3 up. V1, VR, V2 flex temp. So we are Toga 146, 146, 150. Toga, that is confirmed. Flaps are set to config 2. Config 2 is set. Flight controls have been checked on both sides. ECAM memo will check with cabin and takeoff config, so that'll be to come. ECAM status has been completed. Some galley in op. That's because the galley was turned off on accident. Alright, cool. Galley is back on. Predicted wind shear is set to on and auto. TCAS is set with the code 3373 and squawking. Cabin crew will be advised here shortly, and minimum briefing has been completed. Taxi checklist is complete. Let's rock it and roll it. My pillar doesn't work. What aircraft are you using? 320 Neo? Line traffic, good morning. Delta 2597 6 North Taxi and runway 26 left 5 Dixie Golf Echo Atlanta. If your tiller's not working, check your EFB. Make sure your EFB has it set to either rudder or separate tiller, whatever you're using. I don't know what you're using. It works, but the input's delayed. Are you using a separate controller for the tiller, or are you using like rudder? As you join us over on the YouTube site, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Very pleasant good morning to everybody over on YouTube. Very happy you guys are here. Ooh, bumpy. They need to fix this. I don't like this. Controller. Okay. Yeah. Then you probably, what you need to do is you need to set the controller to a separate tiller if you're using a separate tiller for it. If you're just using like your rudder, like rudder pedals or whatever, then you just need to set it to rudder. Got anything planned for tomorrow? Nope. No. Gonna be with the family tomorrow, I think. I think we want to do a road trip tomorrow. If not a road trip, at least we want to do something for 4th of July. We don't want to be at home. So no stream for me tomorrow. really have any plans as of yet. We were thinking about taking a road trip and taking the kids for something, but we don't know yet. I know there's like a dinosaur exhibit, like a Jurassic Park dino exhibit here in town, so I'm gonna look into that, see if that's something we can try to do for the kids. Going to Alaska and ATS right now? Heck yeah. You have the, like a coast-to-coast mod? Nice. If it works, I may, you got pro mods? Yeah. If it works, we can use it in multiplayer. I would love to use that. Folks, so flight deck number 1 in line for takeoff, flight test, flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure. Alright, they're all set and ready to go back there. You can send me links, yeah. See if we could try it in multiplayer, in Convoy. Alright, boys, let's get on our way. Let's go taxi, takeoff, and landing screen. Let's go landing lights on, strobe lights on, runway turn off here. Let's get going. I think there's a before takeoff checklist here. Lineup check here. Takeoff runway confirmed. It's 26 left. That is confirmed. Fuel on board is required. 25.3, 20. We need 20.2. Engine mode start selectors are normal. Bleed and packs are set. Lineup check is complete. Line of traffic. Delta 2597. Lineup runway 26 left. Atlanta. All right, boys, let's send this big boy to Canada. Here we go. Spoiler up. Line of traffic, Delta 2597, departing runway 26 left, RNAV to the impasse on the Smoky 2 departure, Atlanta. Here we go. Manitoga SRS roadway auto thrust, so blah. Airspeed's alive. One under knots, check. V1, rotate. Zero to climb. Gear up. Nav. See you later, Atlanta. See you later. Whenever I get Game Pass, it'll be the first game I play. Nice. Do it. Alright, there's level climb. Here we go. Flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. Line of traffic, Delta 2597, 3,600 now, climbing up 10,000, Smoky 2 departure on the RNF to impasse at line up, final call, see ya. Alright, flaps are coming up here, speed brakes are disarmed, let's go ahead and go runway turn off, lights off. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Little puppy coming out of here. Be right back. Going to make some lunch. It sounds good. It sounds good. Autopilot on. Let me just have this be realistic. Oh my word. She's a bit bumpy. Alright, good to climb up to 370 here. Swatch up over the Unicom here. Climbing through 10,000 here. Let's get over on the other side of these bumps here. I'm gonna check something out. All right, through 10,000 here. Sterile cockpit's been lifted here. Back over to the live screen here. Oops. Ignore that. That was an accident. Alrighty, let's get a little bit of music going on here. I don't know you guys, but I kind of want to get some music going in here. Alrighty, hand flew up to 15,000. Let the autopilot do its job. Yeah, I flew the predominant RNAV a little bit past MPass, and then I turned the autopilot on. Jesus, you're right on my behind there. 19. But yeah, guys. It is a weekend for sure. It is Friday. And yeah. 4th of July weekend for us down here in the US, a holiday weekend. Some of us get a 3-day weekend. Some of us don't. Some of us are just on vacation eternally for now. But yeah, it's a 3-day weekend for us down here in the U.S. Since it is 4th of July weekend. It's the day that the U.S. gained its independence 250 years ago, back in 1776. If you haven't learned a little bit about the U.S. history, you should definitely check